Imagine meeting the strongest, happiest, most successful version of yourself and realizing they only exist because you refuse to quit today. What if the only thing standing between you and that future is the choice you're about to make right now? Good morning, everyone. There's a voice that lives quietly in the back of your mind. It's not the loudest. It doesn't shout. But it's always there, your future self. And today, that version of you, stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled, is begging you, please don't quit today, right now. Life may feel hard. Maybe you're tired. Maybe progress feels slow. Maybe you're not even sure it's worth it anymore. But what if I told you that just by pushing through this moment, every time you don't give up, when you study a little longer, work a little harder, show up even when it's tough, that's you building your future. Quitting is easy, but greatness never lives in comfort zones. So I challenge you today, stay in the fight. Not because it's easy, but because your future self is watching, hoping, and counting on you to keep going. Thank you. Your future self depends on the actions you take today. Every decision now shapes who you become. Quitting is temporary relief, but persistence leads to lasting success. Leads to lasting success. Next. Short-term discomfort creates long-term strength. Small efforts compound over time. Even on hard days, doing a little makes a big difference. Your struggles today are building your resilience. Challenges shape your character and fuel growth. Your future self depends on the actions you take today. It's easy to forget that the decisions we make in the present moment ripple outward, shaping the person we're becoming. We tend to live in the now, focused on how we feel today, whether we're tired, frustrated, unmotivated, or overwhelmed. But every small action we take, even when it feels insignificant, is like a brick in the foundation of our future. The habits we build, the effort we put in, and the challenges we push through all contribute to a version of ourselves that we can either be proud of or disappointed in. When you think about quitting, it's not just about stopping a task or walking away from a goal. It's about turning your back on the version of yourself that's waiting for you on the other side of consistency. That version of you has endured the hard days, the late nights, the failures, and the doubts. That version of you didn't get there by accident. It took everything you've got right now. Every study session, every rep at the gym, every hour you spend chasing your dream is an investment in that person. And when you quit, even just a little, you're choosing comfort over growth. You're choosing temporary ease over lasting fulfillment. Your future self is silently watching, hoping that you'll hold on a little longer, because they know what's waiting if you just don't give up today. Success isn't always about massive wins or dramatic breakthroughs. Most of the time, it's about showing up when it's hard, doing what needs to be done even when motivation is low, and staying true to the path you chose in a moment of clarity. The truth is, no one else can do it for you. Oh, will you? The path to your best self isn't a straight line. It's a road paved with decisions made in quiet moments like this, when no one's watching and quitting feels easy. But it's in those moments that your future is decided. Not in the big wins, but in the small choices. Today is one of those moments. And it's small. So ask yourself, what would your future self want you to do right now? Quitting is temporary relief, but persistence leads to lasting success in the moment. Quitting often feels like the easiest option. It gives you instant freedom from pressure, stress, and discomfort. And discomfort. You don't have to deal with the frustration of failing or the exhaustion of trying again. It feels like a weight off your shoulders. But what we rarely consider in that moment is what comes after. The guilt, the regret, the voice in your head that whispers, "Oh, what if I had kept going?" That relief you felt when you stopped trying, it fades fast. And in its place comes a sense of loss, not just of opportunity, but of confidence in yourself. Persistence, on the other hand, isn't glamorous. It's not always exciting or rewarding right away. It looks like staying up late to finish that assignment when you're tired. It feels like pushing through another practice, even when your muscles ache. It's going back to the drawing board after yet another failure. But that's exactly where success begins, where most people stop. Persistence is about trusting the process, even when you don't see immediate results. It's believing that your effort will eventually pay off, even when the scoreboard says otherwise. Every time you choose to keep going when it would be easier to give up, you're building something stronger than success. You're building resilience and confidence in yourself. No great achievement has ever come without moments of doubt or difficulty. The difference between those who make it and those who don't isn't talent or luck. It's endurance. It's the ability to keep walking when the road gets rough. Quitting might protect you from discomfort now, but it also steals your chance to prove to yourself just how capable you really are. And once you start quitting when things get hard, it becomes easier to quit the next time and the next. That habit grows just like any other. So when you're at that crossroads and the option to quit whispers in your ear, remember that the pain of persistence is temporary, but the rewards are lifelong. What you push through today becomes the reason you succeed tomorrow. Small efforts compound over time. It's easy to underestimate the power of consistency because results don't always show up right away. You might study for hours and still feel unsure. You might work on your goals every day and not see much progress at first. That's when doubt creeps in and whispers that your efforts aren't worth it. But the truth is, success is built in the quiet, unseen moments where you choose to keep showing up. Just like drops of water can carve through stone with time, your small, consistent actions have the power to create massive change. The challenge is that these little efforts don't feel important while you're doing them. They feel boring, repetitive, and sometimes pointless. You might think skipping one day won't hurt. One missed session, one day off, one break from the plan, this seems harmless. But habits are built the same way houses are, one brick at a time. When you lay one brick each day, the wall begins to form. Miss enough days, and the structure stays incomplete. It's not about being perfect every time. It's about being consistent enough that progress becomes inevitable. Think about the things you're working toward, whether it's becoming a better student, getting in shape, improving a skill, or chasing a dream. None of it happens overnight, and no one single action makes or breaks the outcome. It's the collection of days, the buildup of effort that eventually moves the needle. Most people give up not because they can't do it, but because they expect results too quickly. They don't realize that greatness is built quietly, slowly, and sometimes painfully over time. And sometimes painfully over time. That's why your daily choices matter so much, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's not exciting. When you keep putting in effort day after day, something powerful happens. You gain momentum. Your confidence grows. You start to see results. Not always in dramatic ways, but in how much stronger, wiser, and more disciplined you've become. Every step, every page, every practice, every attempt adds up. So, keep laying the bricks. Keep doing the work. Because while it might not look like much now, one day you'll look back and realize how far those small efforts took you. Your struggles today are building your resilience. It may not feel like it when you're in the middle of the storm, but every challenge you face, every setback you endure, and every time you feel like giving up is actually shaping you into someone stronger. Struggles aren't there to break you, they're there to build you. They reveal what you're made of. They test your patience, your courage, your determination. And in the process, they sharpen you. You learn how to get back up when you fall. You learn how to think on your feet, how to adapt, how to push beyond your limits. All of that comes from going through the hard stuff, not avoiding it. Pain and discomfort have a purpose. Think about a muscle. It only grows stronger when it's challenged, when it's pushed beyond its usual comfort zone. The same goes for your mindset. Resilience is like a mental muscle, and it needs resistance to grow. Without challenges, you wouldn't know how capable you truly are. Without obstacles, you wouldn't discover your potential. Oh. The most powerful, grounded, and confident people you see today weren't born that way. They were shaped by experiences that tested them and forced them to evolve. When you struggle, you're forced to dig deeper. You find strength you didn't know you had. You learn lessons you never would have learned in comfort. And the beauty is, once you overcome something difficult, it never has the same power over you again. You carry that growth into every new challenge, and suddenly things that used to shake you, you don't feel so overwhelming anymore. That's resilience. That's the quiet power of struggle turning into strength. So when the path gets tough, don't see it as a sign to stop. See it as a sign that you're being prepared for something greater. Your future self won't just thank you for the victories. They'll thank you for the days you endured, the moments you almost gave up, but did. And the storms you walked through with shaky legs and a determined heart. Because that's what makes you unshakable, not that you never struggled, but that you refuse to let your struggles stop you.